Just look at that. It's looking so nice. Hey there guys, welcome back to Calico Cow Acres. I am Mickayla, and today we're gonna be doing some stuff out in the garden. We have reached the point in the year, it's mid-February right now, that there are a lot of things that need to happen before gardening season. In our last video, we built those raised beds. I still have to fill one of them up. You can see this pathway behind me is all wood cookies, is what Taylor has been calling them. So I like that term, so we're gonna roll with that. So we got some big wood cookies all over the place. Last weekend, while I was filling beds, he was sawing up the rest of the trunk from the tree we took down back in September in our front yard. He cut that entire really big wide trunk into these pathway cookies for me. So this is gonna be our little cottage garden. It obviously isn't very much right now. You can kind of see the vibe. We've got some pathway in here. I wanted to make the pathway initially big enough to mow through, but we're gonna mulch around these. I'll probably lay cardboard throughout this. And then over there's gonna be more cottage garden. And I want it to be flowery, herbs, catnip for the kitties. It's just gonna be kind of like a little sanctuary to sit and watch the chickens and the ducks. It's really hard to visualize it now. I have like sketched up a picture of what I want this space to look like, so maybe I'll try and pop that in here if I can find it. And we really, really want to be able to relax in the garden and sit and enjoy it. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's a lot of brushy stuff just mixed into what these beds are gonna be, especially right there. And then over here on this other side, down the slope from the chicken coop, this is all just brush and things that need to get cleaned up still. We'll probably end the cottage garden. We're gonna be putting some small, maybe crab apples or fruit trees in here to welcome pollinators to the area. And then all of this, we're hoping to either get a mesh, one of the electric nets that you can move around and let the chickens come free range down here at some point, and just to get them out of here so they have fresh grass. Those nets are like $600 at this point, so that's not really in the budget right now. But we're gonna probably sow a bunch of wildflower seeds down here this year and just see if they take. I also still have mulching to do in the regular garden. I want to mulch these pathways. Stuff needs to be cleaned up. Stuff needs to start being planted. We still have things to do on the chicken coop and in the run. We need to do our dig barrier. We need to get these guys some proper dust baths. Now that the main coop project is done, a bunch of small things need to happen here. So I'm just gonna pick something and start there, and that is gonna be weed whacking because it's really satisfying. Okay, I have no clue how well you're gonna be able to see this, so if this is boring, I guess I'll just cut it out. Okay, I think that's probably pretty good for this side for now. It's gonna take a little bit of cleanup still, but everything's cut down for the most part. I don't know if you can see this. It's so hard to tell on camera, especially when I have these goggles on. There's a tree right here. It's tall. That one, that is a pecan tree. And then the rest of this is kind of just like really small privet and various other stuff that's super shrubby and overgrown and not healthy. So we're gonna be taking out the privet, trying to keep that pecan tree. We have a few more pecan trees in this lineup that the other stuff needs to get cleared out of there, and we are gonna try and salvage the pecan trees because we love pecans, and a couple of these are actually producing pecans, which is really nice. So we're gonna try and keep as many of those as we can. Now I am gonna move to the hillside. just start chopping stuff down. I'm extremely tempted to let the chickens out and just let them go ham on this whole area once I get it fully cut down. But they tend to all migrate up to the driveway and to the burning bush if we just let them out to free range. And I don't really want to have to try and get them back into the coop if they're all up in the front yard in the driveway and up by the road, because then I have to babysit them. And I got other things I want to do. So I think I want to try it, but I want to wait until Taylor's here tomorrow on the weekend so that we can wrangle them together if we have to. But they would probably love this if they would actually come over here and focus on it for like a half second instead of just running right to the burning bush. So this part's kind of a little bit more difficult to do. I need to try and move some of this stuff out of the way, but as you can see, we cut these trees down last year and then we started focusing on the coop again, and then these just weren't priority. So they're just laying here still. They're pretty dried out at this point. We need to get them moved. Look at those duckies. They love exploring. See, the chickens would be going nuts over those. Look at all those pill bugs and ants. Oh. I have a feeling the battery isn't gonna last much longer on the weed whacker, so I'm gonna finish up this last little patch as much as I can and then be done with weed whacking for now. Look at this crazy guy. Ricky! Leave that bird's nest alone. I'm very motivated by visual progress, and that looks so much better. Can you just picture wildflowers all over the place here? So it's still super chunky bits and pieces, but I think we will try and get the chickens out here this weekend. Eventually our goat barn's gonna be in that area down there, and you'll be able to see that from up here. Taylor's garage slash workshop will be up there, and this will all be a pretty cottage garden. I don't know that the camera does it justice, but this is one of my favorite views here. I've decided to try and get good footage of different areas of our property as we change them and work on them this year. I really want to have some good footage to do a year-end compilation video of like everything we've done this year and how the property has changed, because I really love it looking at before and after videos and pictures of stuff. I'm so motivated by the visual progress of things, and I personally love watching those kind of videos, and I feel like you guys might enjoy it too. So hopefully next winter we will have a cool, long video on that for you guys. Raise your hand if you are sick of seeing Mickayla haul mulch. All right, I'm gonna get some cardboard and start mulching around these guys. I'm just gonna pop the cardboard under and around these because that's the easiest way to lay it down without having to rip it up, and we'll mulch right on top of that. He came home, so I didn't get super far. But we have cardboard laid down. I will finish mulching that tomorrow, along with a bunch of random other projects. We are gonna go out to dinner for a late Valentine's dinner. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. I have some of the chickens checking this whole deal out. They seem to be enjoying it. We are back today. We've kind of just been puttering around outside, working on a bunch of random little things that need to get done, like adding scrap pieces of chicken wire to the bottom of our tomato trellises so that our peas can climb up them easily, moving the chicken tractors around, picking up some random stuff that's been laying around the garden for months that, you know, we've been ignoring. But I'm ready to get back to this project. I'm gonna go grab more cardboard, lay it down under there. You can see I've been kind of stamping it down with my feet. That's because this is a walking path, so I want it to feel nice and correct and level under my feet. So that's why I'm just kind of like testing out the whole thing, making sure the mulch is leveled out. Hi, Ricky. The camera died, but I finished the main section of it. Over there, I think we're gonna make this little loop. I know it's kind of hard to see. We have little sticks and some bricks laid out there, but we're gonna make that a little bit bigger because we want a swing there eventually, and I think it would be a little crowded if we left it as is. I'm not gonna do that part right now. I'm kind of tired. Just look at that. It's looking so nice. We still have tarps all over the place. Stray camera. I think I'm gonna pick up that construction pile next. And otherwise, it's starting to look a lot better out here. Oh, this view is so good. I'm gonna try and put a picture in here of what this looked like last year in February. And then probably show you what it looked like later in the year too. It looks so different. What do you think about it? Oh, hi, do you need a scritch? You're so sweet. Last year was so chaotic that we only got a few things planted in here. This, I believe, is mint, and then we have onion grass coming through because I need to put more mulch around these. But I think this was, yeah, I just smelled it. It's mint. It looks like it is starting to come back. Next to that, we have a rosemary plant who's starting to get green leaves again. Then we have catnip that's coming back. Ricky's been munching on that like crazy. And then we have another rosemary that I don't know if this one's survived. And then tucked over here, this is a foxglove that Sage gave us, and we popped it in the ground while she was here. We were recording stuff for the podcast, and it's starting to grow back. As you can hear, Taylor has the lawnmower working, and we're gonna use that to fill up the raised bed now, and I think that's gonna be the last thing that we do before we head in for the night. I gotta get some stuff ready for dinner, I need to do some dishes, laundry, all that kind of stuff. You know, normal life things. He has been working on getting the lawnmower going and running around to find parts. We've had really bad luck with lawnmowers, so he's been pulling that entire thing apart and putting it back together multiple times today. But it's working now. Fingers crossed. I can't cross my fingers on this. Fingers crossed that it stays working.
Ricky is hanging out with the ducks.
He loves the ducks. He's like, eventually they're gonna be a snack. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye. This needs to be much closer to me. I can't see you. I want to say hello. Say hi, everybody. Hey there, guys. Welcome back to Calico. In our last video, do you like the wood cookies? Ricky, you're so handsome. Ow. Ow! This was a clean shirt before I started. Very visually motivated. I'm very motivated. When your neighbors drive by and they know you're filming for YouTube. That's so awkward. It's always so awkward. Hey Ben.